Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Eternal Deck Tech. And this week I have a deck that's not really my own creation. I've made some changes to it, but it was based on some thoughts that the original creator of the deck had about testing some things out. The Overmaster. He's a member of Team Rankstar. You should definitely check them out. It's teamrankstar.com, so they do a lot of really cool Eternal content. But this is a deck that I've just been having a blast playing, and it's actually pretty competitive, which is Hour of Vengeance. I'm calling it that. It's Witching Hour and Revenge. So essentially what you're trying to do is get a whole ton of revenge units and then use the Witching Hour after they've all gotten Destiny to kind of go over the top of your opponents and win games. Kind of what pushed it over the edge recently was the upgrade to Crownwatch Press Gang. So Crownwatch Press Gang being able to draw a one-cost unit out of your deck is really, really cool in concert with Tock. Card's super medium. I mean, it's just a 1/1 revenge for one, but it just adds up to a whole lot of extra value. You can draw through your deck really, really quickly, and it all fuels the Witching Hour. The other thing, of course, with Tock is that you're going to be using a whole bunch of different ways to sacrifice it. So you're going to have things like Direwood Prowler to sacrifice it. You have Devour to sacrifice it. So you're going to do a few things like that to try and get some advantage out of it as well. The deck is really, really cool, though. I love it a lot. The changes that I personally made is that the original list that I got had no Piercing Griefs, 4 Slumbering Stones, and 2 Crownwatch Conscripts, is that what they're called? I always forget the name of this card. It's just Watchwing Conscript. Okay, the 5/3 Revenge. I found that this one was a little too over the top. You generally needed more game against early stuff, so I originally tried with Devastating Setback instead of the Conscripts, which was okay, and I wouldn't mind doing that again. But I'm going to try out Piercing Grief today. This was something that Overmaster was talking about trying, and it does seem like a lot of fun. It does gain you a fair bit of life back, so it can help stabilize you. A lot of the times people will have to trade with them because you can get kind of aggressive. And I like the idea of it. It works really, really well with all of your revenge stuff, and I think that it's a fun little addition to the deck. So, you know, it's kind of got a lot of your typical things that you'd expect. All the revenge stuff you can imagine. You've got, your Piercing Griefs, your Tock, your Stonepowder Alchemist, Crownwatch Press Gang, and of course Inquisitor Makto. Your Direwood Prowler and Devours to sacrifice them, like we said. And then you've got Dark Return, because Dark Return works really, really well with Revenge Destiny units. If you haven't seen it before, basically, once they've gotten the Revenge and they go back in, you get them again. If they die the second time, then they already have Destiny, so you can Dark Return for 1, draw it, and because of the Destiny, it immediately plays it for free, and you draw a new card, which makes Dark Return very, very powerful once you've actually gotten to that late point in the game. Slave for a little bit of removal here and there, Scheme to just kind of dig down to some of your Destiny cards, or to grab a Witching Hour once you've gotten it really, really cheap, and of course Harsh Rule to clean up some problems. Overmaster is saying that they've made it into top 100 even masters with this deck, and it's really, really sweet. Like, it doesn't look really competitive. It seems like a joke, because you're like, oh, really, Witching Hour, Crownwatch Press Gang. Like, is this actually a deck? It's been pretty great for me. I've really enjoyed it. So we're going to run it through a bunch of games here, and we'll see how it does today.